How you guys doing today? So it's kind of cold and wet this morning. Taking the dog out for his morning walk, and I've known for a while now that I've needed to create this video, and I've had a couple of conversations in the last 48 hours, and I just think it's time. And this is back to the age-old question of, do you start by buying single-family homes or by buying units? I've been investing for nearly 2 decades now. I've seen real estate investing become hot. And really hot twice now. The first time was kind of in 06, 07, where you went to all of the, just where you went to gatherings and people were talking about this and that, real estate investment. I think it's back, or at least heading in that direction again. But there's a noticeable difference. First and foremost, it's the topic or the asset that's being purchased. Back in 06, 07, it was predominantly houses. I don't know if it was the flip shows that were taking off or what it was, but it seemed to be everybody was talking about this or that 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 4-bedroom, 2-bath house they just picked up. The thing that's flipped today is everybody's talking units. And I think that's dangerous for buyers. What do I mean by that? Well, first and foremost, having owned that asset, I own lots of those assets, or that type of asset. I think there's something you need to realize as a new buyer. First and foremost, there's just less of them, right? When you were talking about single-family homes as an investment, there's tens of thousands of them for sale in different markets. There's just lots, right? Now, obviously, there's more buyers, but there's just more quantity, right? These multifamilies, specifically, duplexes through quads, there's less of them. So when demand exceeds normal levels, you start to get, prices are starting to get bid up. I know for a fact that there's lots of apartment sellers and duplexes through quads that are listing their properties for ridiculous numbers. And some of them are selling. And it's because there's all these buyers out there talking about, hey, I own units, and hey, I got this quad, and I got this other quad. Just for example, there was a friend of mine the other day who was looking at a fourplex. And these are the rough numbers. This is in a tertiary market. It's about 45 minutes from where I invest. So I know it casually, enough to have an informed opinion, I think. I think these little 2-bedroom, 1-baths, if I were to buy it, I don't think I would pay more than $62 or $65 a door. The seller's asking $110 a door. And, there's a possibility they might take $95 or $100 a door. Think about that. That's 50% more per door than I think they're worth. And I think somebody's going to pay it. I think somebody's going to put a big down payment. They're going to go get an FHA-backed loan, and they're going to overpay. They're going to overpay because they want to say they own units. Then they're going to use Excel to say that they can run that building at 25 or 30% expenses, which you can't. I've done spreadsheets for 5 years across 40 different properties, and I can't get it below 40%. And to think that you can use Excel to trick yourself into buying a cash flowing asset, you can't, people. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, in today's market, if you think you have to go to units first, please be cautious. I've run several different scenarios, and I think in today's market, a fully remodeled, leased at market, pride of ownership rental house is a better investment. So please run the numbers, right? When people ask me, what do I buy? What do I look at? I don't care what the asset class is. You've seen me show a video of a commercial building. You've seen me show a 6-unit apartment. You've seen me talk about houses and duplexes and tris and quads. And it's the deal, okay? So I know lots of people here think units are the answer. And when that happens, when there's low supply, they get bid up. And when you overpay at the beginning, you're guaranteed not to have a very good asset. Your yield's going to be low. You're going to buy in C-class neighborhoods and lie to yourself. There's too many things that you're going to do, and it's going to be a bad investment. Please run a comparison. If you're going to look at fourplexes, run the comparison between a fourplex and a pride of ownership rental, right? If you don't know what they are, call me and I'll give you my numbers so that you can see. And if the fourplex is a better deal, by all means, buy it. But I'm here to tell you that I think a pride of ownership rental, fully remodeled, no repairs the first couple of years, leased at market, is going to be a much better asset. And again, last thing on those fourplexes in the tertiary market, the reason the numbers might look good on paper is they're under rented. This is the mistake I made in the beginning. I bought lots of properties that were under rented with the idea that, hey, I'll just go raise rents $150 and magic will happen and I'll suddenly make an extra $600 a month. Well, I guess that could be true after you spend 40 or 50 grand because all the tenants leave and you have vacancy for 6 months. So in the end, I just wanted to create this video because I think there's too many of you thinking that units are the answer, when if you just run the numbers and looked at what's an easier thing to manage, you would find that a pride of ownership house is a better option. Because again, for the people that I'm talking to, busy lives, you should be thinking return on time and not only return on investment. So I hope that helps. I just had to get this out there. Have a great day.